Uh, is that song that they've been singing? Freedom, freedom, maybe move, freedom, make your body move. Beyonce, was that already a song, and she just adapted it to Kamala Harris? Well, I love it.
Excuse me, y'all. I'm being rude. I had to pop a cough drop in my mouth. I feel like a lot of like mucus and stuff like that. Like I'm all like I don't know what's going on. Hopefully I'm not getting sick. But what's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? What's up, Ray? What's up, Demetria? What's up, Grandma Joy? Hello, hello, hello. Shout out everybody coming in the room. Um, I was gonna do a different show about the Doricos, but because that topic is so heavy right now, because it involves Amani, their nephew that passed away, I was like, let me save that for tomorrow. I don't want nothing heavy tonight. And then I promised y'all that we're gonna do politics, and then I didn't end up doing it. So I just kind of wanted to do something light. I'll go into detail tomorrow or a different day, but I just want to do something light. What's up, Cheryl? What's up, Starnique? What's up, beautiful? What's up, Winnie? What's up, Celine? Thank you for being here. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, everybody. So first topic that I want to talk about is Kamala Harris allegedly lying about working at McDonald's. And honestly, to tell you the truth, I don't give a damn if she didn't work at McDonald's or not. That's not why I'm vote. Oh my God, she works at McDonald's. I need to vote for her. That never went through my mind or anything like that. Let me just give y'all a spoiler alert. Two, I want to talk about this whole thing about they're saying like 20% of black people are voting for Trump. So I want to talk about that and what's actually factual about that number. Um, and that number is a little heightened as well too. And then I want to talk about this whole third party thing. Now, I am not against anybody's right to vote third party. I just think that these choices that you have for a third party, you might as well write in Batman or Superman. I'm just gonna be honest, y'all. You might as well write in Batman, Superman, Catwoman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, Kelly Price, Tyler Perry, but these three, oh my God. Oh my God. And we're going to talk about how the Democrats will try to block them off the ballot as well too. Now, let's go ahead and get into it. So, first off, let's start with do I want to start off with the third? No, we'll start out with Kamala. Okay. So, a lot of people have been talking about Kamala has, stated in her campaign video that she used to work at McDonald's. Also, she came from a middle class family or working class family. A lot of people come from working class families. I'm glad that she didn't try to play into I'm poor, I was broke, I was eating banana sandwiches. We talked about that the other day. I was eating banana and bologna sandwiches. I'm glad that she didn't give that story. She said she came from a middle class, working class family. I think that's the perfect story because not all black people grew up broke. I come from a middle class family. That's why compared to these other YouTubers, I act like I have common sense. A lot of them act like they were raised in a jungle somewhere. They wasn't eating filet mignon. They wasn't eating filet mignon like me. They was eating. That's why I'm so fat because I was eating filet mignon. I didn't have to eat top ramen and oodles and noodles and canned sardines and stuff like that. I wasn't raised like that. But yo, for the YouTubers that hit, I know it's gonna hit them hard. Now, I want to say something. Whenever I'm talking about, oh, broke people, this and that, I'm trying to hit certain YouTubers. I'm not trying to hit my viewers or anything like that. I promise y'all, I'm not trying to disrespect my subscribers. I'm talking about the few that, because it doesn't matter where you come from. It's all about how you present yourself. And some of these people act like they slept on futons or a pallet on the floor or ate sardines out of a can, ate potted meat. Like, these YouTubers don't know how to act, y'all. Am I lying? They don't act like they eat potted meat. They don't act like they sleep on a futon or pallets on the floor. They act pretty ratchet. I'm just saying. But anyway, moving on. Shout out to me, beautiful. See, they get me. They understand me. I was raised both when my parents separated. Oh, wow, Grandma Joy. But anyway, again, for example, Grandma Joy, I'm not talking to her. I'm talking to specific people, and I'm trying to hit them on purpose. But anyway, I'm glad that she didn't do the whole, we were on food stamp story and lie about that. Now, going to the McDonald's thing, it's being reported that on her resume, she never put McDonald's on there. Let me tell you something. There's a few jobs that I don't put on my resume. I never had like hella jobs or anything like that, but there's a few jobs I don't put on my resume. One, I don't put Old Slavery on there, AKA, I'll say the real name, Old Navy. I don't put Old Navy on my resume. I only worked there for a year. It was retail. Yeah, I just don't put it on my resume. I actually still put my first job on my resume because I was there for like, dang, how long was I there? I was at my job from 2005 to 2012. So 7 years, yeah. So I still put that job on my resume. Mind you, I ain't had to turn in a resume in a long time. But I put that one on my resume over when I used to work at Old Navy Slavery. Okay, let me stop, because I don't hate Old Navy. So let me start calling it that. Old Navy. I don't put that on my resume. You won't see that on my resume at all. But the jobs that we worked in our younger years and stuff like that, do we put that on our resume? Because I thought like after 10 years, you're supposed to take some stuff off. And you're only supposed to have the most 3 current jobs. You know what I mean? It's your 3 most current jobs, 3 most relevant jobs. Well, honestly, the way that you're supposed to do it is the most relevant jobs to the job that you want. That's what you do. You put the jobs on your resume closest to the job that you're trying to get. That's what at least I do. I was told by a recruiter, you don't need to put all your jobs. It dates to exactly. I worked at Burger King, but it was so many years ago. Didn't list it on my right. See who's listing that stuff on their resume. So they looking at her resume, trying to call her a liar that she worked at McDonald's. Well, the other one didn't. The other guy talking about Trump didn't work at no McDonald's. So I don't even know why that's even a thing. Like they trying to compare. That one came from a wealthy family. So yeah, we're trying to make the comparison about somebody who was hardworking versus somebody who had everything handed to them. I don't even know why people are trying to dig this up. If she says she worked at McDonald's, damn it, she says she worked at McDonald's. Now, if she lying about it, oh well, I still don't care. Big deal, she didn't put a teenage job on her resume. Exactly. She said she did it during college. In hell, she could have got fired from it, and that's why she didn't put it on her resume. You know, when you get fired from a job, you try not to put that on your resume. Then you go like, did you get fired from this job? No, I was laid off. At that one call center I worked at, because I was afraid, like, I thought once you get fired, you would never get another job. Don't tell me why I thought that. I know it's stupid, right? So when I went for another job, I was like, oh, I was laid off, you know. That's what I told them. And then I ended up getting, first of all, they didn't even ask me what happened at that other job. They hired me. They was like, yo, you have experience in a call center? We're hiring you. She told me the day that I had the interview, she was like, hey, I just want to let you know, we're going to hire you. I was like, oh, cool. Didn't have to explain what happened at that trash ass job. So sometimes you can either leave stuff off, or secondly, they won't even ask you details about what happened. So yeah, but there's a lot of different reasons why people put certain stuff on their resume and they don't. You know, if they're looking at resumes, they could be lying. Right, that too. I know somebody who puts jobs that they had that closed down, and they put like they were like a manager, or they were like some kind of head honcho at this company, but it shut down so nobody can call and verify. You know what I mean? So yeah, they reaching, right? Well, I guess my most current jobs were Juan, Andre, and Asia. Best job ever to this day. Oh, is that being a mom? Oh, I got you. Ding, 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 ding. Oh, that's nice. But yeah, whether she lied about the McDonald's thing, I don't care. Does anybody care that if it's a lie? Again, we don't know if it's a lie or not. If it's a lie, does anybody care? I think if anything, people are more concerned about the policies rather than if she worked at McDonald's or not. It's the dumbest thing. I just didn't expect it to pick up so much traction about whether or not she worked at McDonald's. I was like, oh wow, they literally look into everything. Everything. That doesn't even matter, right? Because at the end of the day, she's running a country, not a franchise or a restaurant. So who cares if she worked there or not? We don't care. Just before it became Revco. Oh, I didn't know it was called Revco. I thought CVS was called Long's back in the day. Or was Long's Rite Aid? I don't know, y'all. I'm worried. Listen, I'm worried about them damn collard greens. She over there washing them collard greens, saying she had so many collard greens, she had to put them in the tub. Now, Kamala, you got my vote, but one thing I ain't gonna do is eat them nasty greens in that tub. Yes, I'm more worried about them bathroom greens. Now, them bathroom greens, I'm not. No, we ain't doing that, Kamala. I don't care how many greens you had. You wait until you have enough room so you can put them in the sink. But you ain't about to put a whole bunch of greens in no tub. At least get you like a one of those what am I trying to say? One of them not tubs, a tote. You know where you put like stuff in, like when you're getting ready to move, like one of those big containers. Like I can see you putting it in there, and like washing your greens, maybe washing them outside and stuff like that. But not in your bathtub where you wash your nasty body. Oh no, Yo, I bet you them greens had extra flavor in them, but that's not the flavor I want. Ugh. Yeah. An old-fashioned tin tub. Yeah, like something like that, but none of your booty bath greens. Yeah, booty bath greens. Literally. I'm like, Yeah, told you all. I don't care how much she washed them. Just knowing that they was in your tub. Now, people want to say she lying about McDonald's. I hope she lying about the bathroom greens. Now, that's what she need to be lying about, them bathroom greens, because that is just, oh, no. I ain't trying to eat me no bathroom greens. No. You see, this is why they say you can't eat at everybody's house. I never knew. I mean, I knew because let's be honest, whenever there was a potluck at work, I knew who food to eat and I knew who food not to eat. I'm gonna repeat that. I knew who food to eat and I knew who food not to eat. And the people that you knew to stay away from their food, they would still have a full container of food, and everybody be like, "Oh, nobody ate this." I mean, mm-mm. They'd be like, "Oh, you want to try some before I take it home?" "Oh no, I'm fine. I'm full." You know, that's what I would have did with the Kamala bathroom greens. You know, I would have. You listen. Something tells me. Excuse me. We might have all had some bathroom greens. We probably didn't know we had bathroom greens, but I bet you a lot of us have had bathroom greens and didn't know that they was what. Because you got to think about it. When you go to somebody's house, right? You usually go after they already cooked the food. And especially if it's like a big Thanksgiving thing, I never thought about it, but I'm all like, damn, did they not? I'm skipping Thanksgiving this year. Screw that. I'm skipping it. As a matter of fact, I'm not skipping it. I'm doing the cooking because I'm gonna make sure that I don't put my greens in the bathtub. If we run out of greens, we run out of greens. I ain't getting no extra greens. You know, I can cook some greens, y'all. My greens are pretty good. I haven't cooked them in a while though. Yeah, but we probably all done had some booty cat. some booty. Why is this show so unserious? But we probably all had some booty cat greens and didn't even know. Oh my god. Shit, at least you didn't say toilet, damn it. I'll give her credit for that. At least she didn't say toilet. She said bathtub. Mm-mm-mm. Hey there, Zelene. Wow, close to my name. Is it Zelenia? Oh, that's a nice name. I like that. Zelene, and then we have Zelenia. And you know to ask what did Big Mama cook? Right. Was Big Mama making booty cat wing booty cat greens? I don't know. Oh, that's disturbing now that I know that. I'm not sure what I walked into, but what's up with the collard green? Listen, we want to know why Kamala made so many greens she had to put some in the tub. Listen, if you are overwhelmed with the greens, you need to say, hey, I'm going to make one big pot, and then everybody else got to fend for themselves. Once it's gone, it's gone. When you start getting to, I need to put the greens in the, this show wasn't even supposed to be about the greens. Yo, that's the funny part. This show wasn't even supposed to be about the greens. But since we're talking about it, I'm going to have to spice this up and make this his own show. But since we're talking about the booty cat greens, like, yeah, I would have just been like, hey, I'm overwhelmed. I ain't got enough room for all these greens. Y'all going to have to make y'all your own greens, you know? Right. Who made the potato salad? Now we're going to be saying, who made the greens? Oh my god. Yes, I'm Japanese and black. You would have thought I could have at least gotten an easier name. No, I like your name. No. I don't want you to have an easier name. I really like that. Okay, so moving on from the greens. I want to talk about specifically the black vote. So what they're reporting is that Trump is getting about 19% of the black vote. Now, again, I think at a time when Joe Biden was in the race, that was going to happen. But now, no. I think two things. I think that he's still going to get around 11 to 12% of the vote, if that. But it's not going to be some kind of astronomical number and something crazy. It won't be that. Because a few things. I know according to social media, a lot of y'all will go like, oh my God, it seems like there's a lot of people for Donald Trump. There's black people in particular. There's a lot of black people for Donald Trump. it seems like there's this movement going on and everybody's voting for Donald Trump. Let me tell you this, and I've said this before, pay close attention, because a lot of those people that are anti-Kamala or saying vote for Trump, a lot of them aren't even registered to vote. I would ask you, hey, are you even registered to vote? And then see what they say. Or are they registered to vote, or do they even vote? Because you can be registered and not vote either. Ask them that question. Because let's be honest, with social media, it would be more popular for me to go against Kamala, but because I'm more pro Kamala, I don't get that same attention. And I'm cool with it. I'm fine. Don't cry for me, Argentina. Politics is still newer to me, but a lot of them aren't even registered to vote, are not even voting. It's just a popular thing because even Dr. Umar, and we're going to do a separate show about him because I want to tie Kamala, Steve Harvey, and D.L. Hughley. I didn't want to do that show tonight because that's too heavy. Quavon said, I didn't vote. I gave it to, hey, sometimes you got to give it to God. I respect that. But I want to tie that all into Dr. Umar and stuff like that. But he said something important, and I'll kind of give you a spoiler. Somebody was all like, because he was pressuring Kamala, right? And he was all like, why? Somebody asked in the chat, like, why are you going after Kamala and putting so much pressure on her, but you're not doing anything for Donald Trump? He was all like, well, it's because the black people are voting for Kamala. That's why. And it made sense to me. It made a lot of sense. They know that mostly the black people are going for Kamala, right? So I'm going to get in there and try to cause dysfunction and try to get people to get angry, get mad, and because they think I'm against Kamala, but really I don't care. But I'm just trying to get y'all angry and get y'all mad about Kamala. I'm trying to be anti because it's popular. What's up, Messy Sleep Spot? How you doing? It's more popular to be anti-Kamala. So I'm going to go after her. And because I'm in this black space, I know that I can get y'all riled up, get y'all angry. And this is what I want to do. Because you'll also hear them say, I'm not voting for Trump, or I'm not down with Donald Trump either. And so then you ask, okay, well, what do you want us to do? And then most of the time they say, oh yeah, we need to get a black coalition together. We need to come together, get our reparations, get our land, get our 40 acres in a mule. We're going to help you. Then we're going to move and we're going to take the indigenous and the foundational, the indigenous blacks, the foundational blacks. We're going to take them all and we're going to make our own country inside the United States. Listen, all that sounds great, my brother. And my sister, that sounds all great and lovely. But we gotta start small. We can't be, because here's the thing. A lot of these people, the Hoteps especially, want to create these whole black coalitions, but they want to create them around the time where it's an election. Like, we need to already build this coalition and then get it going so then we can have something to present. We're 70 days away from the election. We can't build no black coalition to try to get, another, because it's not even, we're going to try to push policy to one of the two candidates. No, we need our own leader that's going to work for us and going to look out for us and blah, blah, blah. Listen, and I hate to say it this way. Y'all gonna hate me after this. It's okay to be pro-black, but there's not going to be a president whose whole platform is just to be pro-black and win the majority. It can be sprinkled in there, right? And you can have certain policies, But being completely just, we're for the black people and that's it, that's never going to work. Now, you can be for the white people and have an all-white platform and win. I know I was gonna start some. I'm just telling the truth. I'm just telling the truth, y'all. You can have an all-white platform and win, a majority of election, but you can't have no black coalition just for black people and expect to win. No, because we're only 13% of the vote. Like, we're the second highest demographic. First it's white, and then it's black, then Hispanic, then Asian. Yeah, we can't. There's not going to be. There's never going to be a Dr. Umar who. First of all, he said he built the gymnasium, but he still has not built the actual school. How can we trust anything he says? And he's been taking donations since I was in high school. I want to say since 07, right? I was in high school in 07. So again, how I was wondering why y'all was putting communist. Jesse put Kamala communist. What makes her a communist? Because she's actually a capitalist. No black president will ever just pro-black. That's why people were so critical of Obama. They thought he was going to only cater to blacks. Yeah, it was an unrealistic. Let me put your comment up. It was an unrealistic expectation, especially him being the first one. You thought, first of all, he had to play, and still Kamala is in the same spot. You have to play it safe. Now you can kind of, veer towards being more open to the idea. But him being the first, he definitely couldn't come in there being, every day gonna be Black History Month, if that's what y'all thought, A friend told me that a coworker said, "I bet you're voting for the black guy" during Pres Obama run. She asked her which black guy. More than one was running. Oh, really? When was there a couple of them? I thought it was just Obama at that time. He ain't nothing but a gossip. Yeah, he's a gossip blogger. That's what Umar is, a gossip blogger. Equity. Oh, so you count equity as being a communist. That's very interesting. I don't think that's the definition. Right. I voted for the white guys every election but one. Ben Carson. Wasn't that the one? Oh no, that's not the one who passed away. No, that's Herman Cain. That's who passed away. Never mind. We don't even get full respect and acknowledgement of being just human. I will never stand down for that. Just insane. That's true. You're right about that. Only Obama ran for president. I think they meant other black candidates. Oh, okay. Got you. Cornell West. Oh, we're going to talk about the third party. Don't worry. Hold that in your back pocket real quick. Oh, yeah. Cornell West, he would be the other black candidate. Yeah. We're going to talk about that. Don't worry. But anyway, I don't think the numbers are going to be this 19-20% that they're saying for Trump. To tell you the truth, he doesn't resonate. And I know it's this push, and this might be another show to do, but it's about, black men are all voting for Trump because they feel masculine or anything. I think when you weren't raised with your father, maybe that's why you feel empowered by him. But I'm just going to be honest, and I don't care who gets offended. I'm not empowered by a white man. Just like if Joe Biden was still running, I wouldn't be empowered by a white man. More than likely, he would get my vote, but I would never be all like, "Oh, he's so strong and I inspire to be like him." No, never. And I'm not saying that there's nobody that you can't look up to or feel inspired by a white person. I'm not saying that. Let's be clear. I'm not saying that. But I'm not going to look up to somebody like a martyr or feel like, oh yeah, he makes me feel masculine. What? You need a father. Your father should be the one that makes you, like, if your dad didn't teach you how to be a man, that's on you. Like, woo, that's gonna be controversial right there. But I gotta tell the truth, y'all. If your dad didn't make you feel masculine or anything like that, that's on you. That has nothing to do with nobody else. That's on you. You need to talk to your daddy. Like, Trump can't make you feel that way. I'm sorry. I think it would be different if it was more like, he had to pick himself up by the bootstraps, as they like to say. He was out there working, he grew up, a certain way, and then he got to the level that he is. Everything was basically handed to him. He made a few good business moves, and made a lot of bad ones. But yeah, I don't get that, and I don't understand where that's coming from. But I do feel like that comes from like some place of not having a dad or something like that, because that doesn't make any sense. Like, if you want to vote for him because, like, oh, I like his policies, that's one thing. But that whole, he makes me feel masculine and all this, like, what? Huh? When? Him? I ain't never seen him punch nobody. Like, I ain't never seen him whoop nobody ass. It's just certain things I would have to see in order for me to feel that way about him. I'm just saying. I mean, I can't even respect him as a family man, I don't even think he likes his family. I'm just going to be honest. I don't even think he likes his family. Those are just pawns, really, in his sick, twisted mind. Like, he uses his family as pawns. I'm just going to be honest. I agree. I grew up without a father, but masculinity came from within and just life. So I agree. Yeah. And again, I don't want to make it seem like I'm knocking anybody without a father or anything like that. I'm definitely not doing that. But I'm just saying, I think that whole Trump is masculine, and I feel some kind of power. That's some deep-rooted stuff, if that's where your mind is going, if you think that about him. It's weird. Vote issues like 300,000 missing children from open borders. Kamala border czar. That I don't know how many children are missing, but there was children missing under Trump as well too. So I don't know if those are the same ones that had already been missing, or there are 300 more. So I would need to look that up to know if that's factual. My brothers had to register for the draft military in 1999 and 1980. The draft did not just start in 2020. Yeah, I know there was a lot of controversy about being automatically drafted, but you have to do that at 18 because, like, for men, we have to do that at 18, or you can't get certain loans and you can't get a house and stuff like that. I don't know. So that's always been a thing. So that draft thing, that didn't bother me because you have to. But I was flat-footed anyway, so if there was a draft, they wouldn't have chosen me anyway. My dad was not perfect, but he was there, a great provider. I like that, Sincere. Great. And my dad wasn't perfect either, but he was a provider. I agree. At least Trump will tell you who the hell he is. Okay. Trump is masculine. Yeah, I don't get that. Trump is a mean girl. Yes, it's mandatory. Yeah, I didn't even talk about that draft thing, but I was like, that was already mandatory. Like, you have to do that. Yeah, and there is no new draft. Exactly, there is no new draft. I had a wonderful grandfather. He raised his sons to be men. However, I have an uncle that says every time Trump speaks, it gives him chills. My uncle acts like Trump is his girlfriend. It gives him chills. Wait, like, what kind of, like, Martin Luther King? Junior chills? Like, that's what he give him when... Jeanette, we gonna have to get... Yeah, we gotta get your uncle... Tell your uncle to hit me up. We gotta talk to him. It gives him chills. Wow. I ain't never heard that before. It gives him chills. Like chills like the creeps, or like chills running through his body like, oh my God, I feel so empowered. That is crazy, y'all. Trump is a caricature from Wall Street to WWF and Hollywood to felon to president. Ooh, he lies and people repeat it. You tell the truth. Child, Trump will tell you anything. True. What SC? I don't know. Trump said vote once and you don't have to vote again. Yeah, and that goes hand in hand with that Project 2025. Where basically it's going to be, and I want to tell you guys too, and we wasn't even going to get on this because like I said, I didn't want to make it heavy, but that 2025 and that Agenda 47, they have similarities. Agenda 47 is the one on Trump's website. That one is very lowball, but it still has things like if you're teaching LGBT and doctrine, if you're teaching CRT, which is critical race theory, which a lot of people think like, oh, it's when you make white kids feel bad for being white. No. They're changing everything about Black history, which they barely taught us Black history to begin with, or the real version. They will defund those schools. Overhauling leftists. So anybody considered leftist or Democrat, they're basically going to kick you out of government. It's a lot of, taking over the system, getting rid of the Department of Education. Like, yeah, they mirror each other. So when they say, when Trump says, I don't know anything about Project 2025, okay, well, we don't have to look at that. We can just look at your Agenda 47, and it basically states the same thing, but, a little PG compared to extreme. And it's on his website. You can download it. So it has like the 11 bullet points, and then you have to download the whole thing where it gives you the explanation. Okay, bye. Make pizza great again. All right, deuces. It's the generation that likes, he says, what people think. He makes racism okay again. Not selective. One male from every family have to register for the draft. Trump's CV own wife doesn't want to be around him. Damn, Melania. Running through his body. He's just so excited every time Trump speaks. He told me that if I vote Democrat, that I was going to hell. Yo! I had to delete my own uncle off my Facebook. He said you was going to hell? Damn! That's crazy. Wow. People get really mad and upset about, politics when it comes to their family. Like, we don't have that kind of, no. We don't do draft, but we do have to register for selective service. Yeah, that's the proper term. You're right, Veronica. Yeah, that's the one. Melania doesn't like him. I wonder if she would even be with him election night. Probably not. Via telecast somewhere at her home. Inspire people to eat less Cheetos. Okay, anyway, but I say all that to say, I think that number is heightened up about the Black vote. Because again, are they even asking Black people if they're voting for Trump? That could just be a made up number that they're creating. Like, I don't think it's going to be that high. And I want to say something too, because a lot of people talk about, well, Trump did get 12% of the Black vote last time. Something that you guys don't know, before Barack Obama, Republicans were always getting like 10, 11, 12% of the Black vote. And you can look that up through the Bushes, Bill Clinton, all that. Black people were already doing it in the terms of like no, not six, I'm sorry, 10, 11, 12% beforehand. It's just when Barack Obama ran, well, he was going to be the first black president. So that's why, the numbers got smaller when Barack Obama came into the picture. But it's always been like 11, 10, 12% of the vote. So that more than likely, it'll either be less or the same amount. Trump doesn't need the black vote to win. Oh, you feel like he doesn't need it? I don't know about that, Kieran. I don't know if he doesn't need the black vote. Because if he didn't need the black vote, then it wouldn't be blacks for Trump, and there wouldn't be such this outreach. He just had an interview earlier this week talking about, oh yeah, I need to come to the barbershop and stuff like that. Who do they know who'll be at the barbershop? Black men. So he's trying to cater to them. Tim Walz will secure Kamala the win. I like Tim Walz. I definitely do. I agree, Sincere. If your own wife acts like she doesn't like him, it says a lot. Right. And you know what the crazy part is? It's funny how the media makes such a big deal about certain things with Kamala, but her personal life and stuff like that. But they don't make a big deal about how Melania obviously does not like Trump. And she didn't even speak at his... Listen, there's a few things about the RNC. And mind you, I didn't watch, but now that the DNC, I had to go back and look at a few clips. No former president spoke. George Bush is still alive. No former first lady spoke at the RNC. No, the first lady, his first lady did not speak. That speaks volumes. No former first lady, no former president, and his own first lady, his wife, did not speak at the RNC. That speaks volumes. Because at least you would think that George Bush would at least, because hell, she had Clinton, talking about Kamala, she had Clinton, Joe Biden, which was going to be obvious, Obama, Hillary Clinton, Michelle Obama, prominent people. George is not well to go out. Oh, is George Bush dying? Nobody told me. Are you sure you're not confusing them with Jimmy Carter? Jimmy Carter is, older. Bush is voting for Harris. I didn't hear that. I know people from McCain, Romney, and Bush, administration or their campaign, they're voting for Harris. I know that, but I don't know. But hey, that could be true. I heard it's his people, not Bush himself. I could be wrong. Oh, that's the rumor. Oh, wow. Please don't be mad, but Pamela, not Pamela. Pamela hasn't did anything for black people. Cops are still taking out black people. Oh, Deidre, I'm so glad that you brought that up. Because you know how the George Floyd Act has not... A lot of people talk about, oh, the George Floyd Act, they didn't get it passed, or whatever, right? What Joe Biden did was he did an executive order for the Police Accountability Act. And that was, against the no-knock warrants, chokeholds and stuff like that. So Joe Biden did do something. Now, did he do it? He did it at the executive level, but the George Floyd bill did not pass Congress. So yeah, that's a fail in that. But he did pass an executive order. So I wanted to correct that because I was all like, what is it called? It's the Police Accountability Act. That's what it's called. And you can look that up. You can believe me or not, but you can look it up. But that's what they passed. Now, can they do more? Yes, definitely. But this is why, like I said, it's always like it doesn't matter Republican or Democrat. They'll have the party for the first 2 years, And then after that, either people get pissed off or people don't go back and vote the next 2 years. And so the House changes, you know? And that was something that they should have tried to get past the first 2 years when they did have the Senate and the Congress. But I want to say, I think it passed the Congress, but it didn't pass the Senate because they need to get rid of that filibuster. That's something that they need to get rid of. For those of you who don't know what the filibuster is, it's when the bills go to the Senate, right? The Senate, whatchamacallit, the Senate sometimes has that filibuster where it has to be 60-40. So you have to have 60 people. And if it's like basically a 51-49, that's not really, yeah. The same reason why they haven't made Washington, D.C. independent as well as Puerto Rico. Which, if that was to happen, more than likely, they would get 2 senators and then 2 senators each. And more than likely, they would be Democratic too. And now, to get rid of the filibuster, I don't know what kind of vote or what the process is, but it's one of the things that they have to do at this point. Because let's be honest, the Democrats are very weak. They always want to you gotta subscribe now. Whoop my nuts, ho. Get your ass up out of here. That was a good one. I haven't heard nobody use that in a while. They said, you woke. Yo, see, this is why I like going vertical, because you just get some random people in here and they just be talking shit. I hate how didn't I tell y'all they turned the word woke into the new N-word? Just like it was critical race theory was the new N-word, Black Lives Matter was the new N-word. See, when white people get a hold of something, they always turn it so negative. It will backfire on Democrats. Oh, getting rid of the filibuster. Yeah, I know a lot of times they say because then the next party, when they get control, then they can just basically ram everything through. You know, we can't have or do shit. We can't. Not at all. Now, demure. Yeah, that wasn't very demure. There are fake Democrats in the party. Yeah, like Joe Manchin and Kristen Sinema. But Joe Manchin, I think he's supposed to be Kristen Sinema is not running again. And there's somebody in so Arizona. I know Carrie Lake is the lady on the Republican side. I forgot what the guy name is. I apologize, but he's running in Arizona, but they're saying that he's in the lead. Let me look that up real quick. Yeah, he's in a double-digit lead, the guy. What is his name, though? Galileo. Galileo. I know I'm probably butchering that name, but that's what his last name is. But he's in a double-digit lead. So yeah, so they might have that one. 200 Republicans joined together yesterday, including George Bush, to vote for Harris. Was it George Bush, though, or just his people? That's my thing. Was it George Bush or just his people? I don't want to say it was George Bush if it was not George Bush. What's up, Kulu? He said McDonald's haven't confirmed or denied she worked there, and Trump is using her resume to say, right. We talked about that in the beginning. I was all like, honestly, to tell you the truth, I don't care if she did or not. If it was a lie, hell, let it be a lie. I don't care. She's still getting my vote. Fact check what policies have benefited Black people under Carson. HUD wanted to weaken the Fair Housing Act that prevents discrimination. Under Fudge, she strengthened policies that impacted Blacks. Yes. And by the way, there's also a whole website dedicated to on the Biden administration website. It tells you what they have done listed out for Black people, by the way, if you ever were curious to find out. Kamala gave $16 billion to HBCUs compared to Trump. Exactly. West Virginia will go Republican and Montana give the Republicans the Senate. Yeah, they're saying Montana, that one might go Republican. Yeah. And the senator in Montana did not go to the DNC. He's trying to separate himself from separate himself. One state that they said that might be in play. And Kulu, I don't know if you heard about this, but they said Kamala is closing the gap in I don't know why I did it like this, but closing the gap in Texas. I read an article. I can't find it right now. I wish Smooth was in here. But she's closing the gap. And so the Democrats might put more money into it. And also the guy who's running for senator, he's in a close, tight race with Ted. They need to get rid of Ted Cruz. Please get Ted Cruz ass up out of there. Oh my God. Ted Cruz need to go. So I'm hoping that guy pulls ahead, and I forgot his name. I feel bad. But Kamala is closing the gap too. So I feel like this is an exciting time for politics because yes, thank you. I appreciate that. This is an exciting time because a lot of states are in play again, like North Carolina, Florida, Nevada is considered a swing state. Arizona. Now they're saying Texas is possibly could be up for grabs too. So this is an exciting time. Ted Cruz does need to go on vacation to Mexico. You know what? Here's my thing about Ted Cruz. And again, I don't live in Texas, and I try not to talk about, just like Ron DeSantis, I try not to talk about him because I don't live in Florida, so I don't know their politics firsthand. However, when Trump called his wife ugly and he did not clap back or stand up for his wife, that's when I knew he was a punk ass bitch. You gonna let another man call your wife ugly and you not gonna say anything, and now you kissing his ass and sucking his... Oh nah, I don't respect that. Hell nah. Hell to the nah. You know what I mean? I don't respect that. I can't respect that. You let that man call your wife ugly. Now, is she ugly? Hold on, let me look at Ted Cruz's wife. Hold on, let me see if she's ugly. Hold on, y'all. I'm going to hell. I'm going to give y'all 30 seconds to go look up Ted Cruz's wife. Her name is Heidi Cruz. Go look it up, y'all, and then y'all come back and report back to me.
Is that song that they've been singing, freedom, freedom, maybe move, freedom, make your body move? Beyonce. Was that already a song and she just adapted it to Kamala Harris? Well, I love it.
The way you threw down your... Maybe I was looking at a bad picture. Hold on, let me try that one more time. Come on, Miss Heidi. I know you got a better picture than that. Oh, okay, Heidi. Okay. Okay, she might have a filter on this, but okay, Heidi. Okay. There's one cute picture. One. The other 20 pictures, not so much. But there's one cute picture of that lady. At least one of them. I mean, but look, it's Ted Cruz. What you expect him to get? What kind of woman you expect him to get? Kind of like Lindsey Graham. What kind of lady, even though he don't want a lady, what kind of lady you expect Lindsey Graham to get? Just like Tim Scott recently got married, so congratulations to him. Even though that might be his beard, but I'm just saying. She looks fun. Oh, you think she cute? Okay, Miss A.C. Alien Stein. Okay. All right. Okay. I don't know. We should ask Tokyo. Let me catch up. Kamala is a coward. She's looking for a reason to back out the debate. No, I don't think she's trying to back out the debate. With Kamala, what's going on is that they want to be able to have the mics on. Because here's the thing, and this is what Joe Biden was getting tripped up on. You have him up there and he's able just to say anything. And instead of checking him in real time, you have to wait, and then they move on to the next question. Either they say, would you like to respond to that? Or they just move on to the next question. And with the mics being on, Kamala, because she's more there in the brain, she would be able to check him, right then and there. That's the thing. So that's why they want the mics on. But I guess they're saying that they're agreeing to keep the mics off. But yeah, I do think the mics need to be on. Plus, Kamala has raised $510 million, and 80% of the money is from new donors. Yes, it's very much grassroots. That's what they're calling it. Right, Kulu, is grassroots. He also, Ted's daddy was in JFK's. Yeah, he did say that too. I forgot. I just don't want to put the word up because it's the word. Yeah, that's why they don't want the live mics, because they don't want her to be able to fact check them in real time. But also, too, I feel like the people doing the reporting and stuff like that, they need to know their information to fact check him, like the moderators. And that's for both. Like, if Kamala is lying, well, Kamala, that's not true. It's actually blah, blah, blah. When Trump is lying, no, that's not true. It's blah, blah, blah. Because let's be honest, Trump did not win the debate. The debate was a draw at best. Trump did not win the debate because he told more lies than Biden told, but we couldn't even understand Biden to even know if he was lying. And then also, on top of that, he was Trump was avoiding questions. He was avoiding it, and they kept asking him and repeating questions because he was avoiding it. So you have to put that in perspective too. Biden underperformed and Trump lied. Yes, LB, you're right about that. Act Blue does not raise money. It is a dim platform to get money. How does a website raise money? Oh, did somebody say something about Act? Wasn't Act Blue like something that Black Lives Matter donated to, or something like, or supported, or something like? Is that what people were talking about? Thank you, Jeanette. I appreciate that. I try to make it fun. I don't think politics need to be boring all the time. She wants folks to see him for a fool he is. Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree. Y'all, do you know whoever doesn't win, do they get to keep the money they were? You know what? I actually don't know what happens to the money that's like left over in the campaign. Um, I figure it probably goes into the pot for like the next person who's running. Like it goes to like either the DNC or the RNC, and they keep it in a bucket, and then the next time somebody runs, they're able to use that money. That's a good question. I don't know. Yeah, his avoidance bothers me. Either deception or dementia. No, it was a website used by Dems to raise money. Okay. Did you see any army comments on Trump disrespectful photo ops? Yeah, that was so weird. That whole photo op thing, and like they're saying that the family said it was okay. It was even if the family said it was okay, it was still inappropriate. He used that and put and had his thumb, like you're putting your thumb up over somebody's grave. He's literally a weirdo. Like, why would you do that? Oh, thank you, Miss CG. She said it stays in the federal account. Excuse me. The money is still there. They still have to pay bills. Oh, got it. Trump doesn't know politics. He never did. No, he doesn't. Only Trump is grifting off of MAGA, NFTs, shoes, upside down Bible. Right. For a rich man, Trump is very ghetto. I like that. That was made up controversy. Where was Biden? They died under his watch. So those of you who don't know, those were the soldiers that died during the pullout of Afghanistan. But I can't say that Biden hasn't reached out to the family or never talked. Like, I don't know if Biden has never visited the the gravesite before. I don't know that, so I can't speak to that. And the family of the other graves caught in the photos didn't consent to their family graves being posted on the internet. Oh, that's a good point, Kulu. I live in South Carolina. I wish Harris and Walz would campaign in South Carolina. My prayer is one day South Carolina turns blue. I definitely think they should campaign in South Carolina. I know they're doing a lot. This week they were in Georgia, like Savannah and stuff like that. But I think if North Carolina is in play, I believe South Carolina can be in play too. Oh, okay, that's why you said that. Okay, thank you. Thank you for the clarification. He gave the removal date. Yes, he did. Donald Trump had already planned to pull out. And so Biden basically facilitated it. Trump has never attended one Veterans Day at Arlington. Never. Kulu. The Pentagon paper said Trump lacked a plan for evacuation plans for Afghanistan. Also, in Trump deal for the pullout, he released 5,000 Taliban prisoners. Yes, remember that was a big controversy. Remember the whole thing was we don't negotiate with terrorists, but he decided to negotiate with terrorists. Yep, that's crazy. You're right, Kulu. Thank you for reminding me of that. I appreciate that. Okay, let's get on to the last thing. This was a good conversation, by the way. I like this. Make sure you guys hit that like button. If you hit the dots up there and then hit the like button. All right. Let's talk about the last thing. Here we go. All right. The third party thing. Let's start with RFK. That's the easy one. So as we know, RFK Jr., he's supporting Trump. He dropped out. And so what he thought, he would be able to remove himself off the battleground states, right? He was all like, yeah, I'm going to remove myself off the battleground states to give Trump a chance to, basically help him with the votes in the battleground states. Well, the thing is, when you apply to be on the ballot and stuff like that, you can't then take yourself off. The only way you can take yourself off the ballot is if you die. If you die, you can take yourself off the ballot. So what he thought he was going to do was help Trump in the end. It's still not going to help him. So joke's on him, right? Moving on from that. So originally, Cornell West was trying to be the leader of the Green Party. He was going to run with the Green Party. If you guys know anything, when I first was able to vote in 2008, Jill Stein was one of the people on the ballot. She's a part of the Green Party. This party that never wins, never go anywhere. I don't understand it and I don't get it, and I don't know why she's always the front runner of this Green Party. But anyway, moving on. We know that they blame Jill Stein for Hillary losing the election because they said if her votes would have went towards Hillary, she would have been able to pull it off. Hillary did not campaign for the Electoral College. She got the popular vote, but did not campaign for the Electoral College. That's her fault. I don't really blame Jill Stein for that. Plus, we have, the Russia thing, and so much was going on during that time. So this time around, Jill Stein did not want to run, even though she always on the ballot somehow. She did not want to run. Cornell West was going to be the party's nominee this year. But then he came back and said that the party was racist and they did not care about black people. This is what they're not telling you. He said that they don't have a black agenda, and he's seen some things from Jill Stein and the way she was moving and all this other stuff. So he was complaining all about that. Well, Jill Stein clapped back and was all like, no, there was never anything, we support everybody. They actually have black people in the Green Party. And they basically call Cornell West a liar. And that he just made it up. And so Cornell West starts his own party, own campaign. I think his is called the Freedom something. Hold on, let me look it up. Because I'm educating y'all, so let me look it up so I can make sure I'm, what is Cornell West? Justice for All Party. That's what it's called. Justice for All Party. Yes. Now, I will say this, Cornell West, I agree with stopping that war in Gaza. I agree with that. I agree that things need to be done with policing in our neighborhoods. I agree with that. I agree with I'm pro reparations. Y'all already know that. This is pro reparations over here. If you ain't down with reparations, then reparate your ass over there. There's a lot of things that I agree with him on. I just don't believe that he's the right candidate. And I just can't get behind the whole third party thing when they don't have a legit or a pathway to winning. And now that I know that basically the independent vote is split between these three, I'm not so worried. I don't think Kamala should be worried because, the Democrats have been accused of trying to block Cornell West and Jill Stein off the ballot. But they're going to be on the ballot in Michigan and they're going to be on the ballot in Georgia, which are swing states. They to me, they deserve to be on the ballot, even though they're not going to win. I do believe they deserve to be on the ballot because there are people that are supportive of Jill Stein and they want to vote for her. There are people that are supportive of Cornell West, and so they should be on the ballot. If they got RFK on there, they deserve to be on the ballot too. But do I take them seriously as candidates? Talking about all three of them. No, I do not. He's going to be in the ballot in Wisconsin also. Yes, thank you, Stevie. I do not take them seriously. If they had a winnable path, P-A-T-H, I would take them seriously, but I don't. Marianne Williamson. So, funny story. During the election, the 2020 primary, I actually did vote for Marianne Williamson. And the thing about Marianne Williamson, she was very normal. She was a little off, a little quirky, but I liked it. And she was one of the first candidates to talk about reparations during the 2020 election. So she had my vote. Now, of course, she didn't last long and, it was down to Biden and Bernie. But I did vote for her during the primary. But now who she is, there's some things that I didn't like that she said. And she's also very pro-Israel as well, too. So for me, Marianne would have to be a no. Yeah. I used to like her, but now, kind of like Tulsi Gabbard. I never really had an issue with Tulsi Gabbard, but now seeing how she is and stuff like that, I'm all like, I can't rock with you. And and Tulsi Gabbard is not a Republican. She's an independent, by the way. I did not vote for her, but I gave her a donation when she first ran. Okay, see, I'm not the only one. See, okay. Yeah, I liked her. Just like Bernie Sanders. I liked Bernie Sanders in 2016. When it came to 2020, I was all like, why do I actually like him? I think maybe I just was following a trend and I thought, oh yeah, he's the progressive, so let's go ahead and vote for Bernie Sanders. But when I really got down to it, I was like, I don't think I like Bernie Sanders, when it came to 2020. Tulsi is an official traitor and paid for by MAGA. Yeah, she looking for a job in that White House, just like RFK looking for a job. She don't care nothing about morals, and she's saying that Biden and Harris are warmongers and all this stuff. Well, you think Trump isn't about war either? All right. Yeah. But again, back to the point, I respect everybody's opinion when it comes to voting third party. I'm not telling you that you shouldn't, but for me, if I don't see a winnable path or a feasible path to get you in the White House or you are going to win, I just think it's a wasted vote. I honestly feel it's a wasted vote. And I know some people say, oh, well, the reason why the third party candidates don't go far is because, media don't give them a chance to speak and all this other stuff. Well, we've always had a two-party system, you guys. That's one thing. But secondly, in the day and age of the internet and how everything works with social media, you can get a good run, And the thing is, you have to get a certain percentage point in the polls to get on that stage. RFK at one point was, he was about high. He was kind of not higher than Trump or Biden, but he was pretty high in the polls originally. I think when it came down to the two old men, a lot of people are like, let me look at RFK as our other option. But now that Kamala's there, I really think that stopped his growth. It really did. Has a brain injury from that worm. He is embarrassing his family. He is the right. He is the latest scandal. Right. And honestly, I can't understand him when he speaks. That's my other thing about RFK. I can't understand them. I'm like, huh? What are you saying? Like, I don't know. He's all, but I think also too he speaks to kind of like the conspiracy theorists. Like he's anti-vaccine. Like at first I thought it was just the jab, but he's like anti-vaccine everything. Yeah, I'm all like, I don't know about that. But yeah, he kind of it's kind of like that fringe, and I feel like his supporters are more for Trump than they are for Kamala. But at the same point, I'll say this: when Kamala entered the race, I think everybody was all like, "Oh, okay, well there is an option now." I think when we were lost for hope, he was an option, but now, yeah, he's not an option. You know, the worm ate his brain. Seriously, I think that messed him up. Wait, did he really have somebody eat a worm eat his brain? Is that real? Are you making that up? Hold on. Why am I looking this up? I don't see nothing about no worm. Really? Doctors found a dead worm in his brain. Oh, wow. Y'all wasn't lying. Wow. Oh. Y'all was not lying to me. And he did what, LB? I'll look that one up after the show. I don't want to put the comment up because I don't want to trigger nobody. Wow. He said it affected his memory too. Of course, it doesn't anymore. Um, yeah, I wasn't voting for Robert F. Kennedy anyway. For me, and this is my reason for voting the way that I'm gonna vote. The Supreme Court, the Supreme Court, the Supreme Court, again, the Supreme Court. And I ain't got no worm in my brain. I just wanted y'all to know why I'm voting the way I'm voting because of the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court has basically Biden just tried to get the student loan relief passed through again, but it was again shot down. It's going to go through the appellate court, but just thinking about like, damn, the Supreme Court is very conservative and they're shooting down something that can really help all Americans. I know some people have gotten relief, but the reason why it's being done the way it is because the Supreme Court keeps shutting it down. And just thinking about things like that, you have to vote a certain way for it to make sure that there's a balance. You know, have to make sure that there's a balance. Yeah, have to get it done through executive orders, but that's something that can help so many people. It's crazy how we bail out banks, but we can't bail out our own people, our own citizens, you know? Supreme Court and Trump will lessen civil rights. Yes, that's true. I agree. But yeah, that's why I'm voting the way I'm voting. So, anyway, y'all, I hope y'all enjoyed the show. Hopefully, y'all don't eat no bathtub greens. I love y'all. And remember, I appreciate everybody's opinion. As long as you don't say no racist, stupid shit, I'm completely fine with whoever you want to vote for, whoever you don't want to vote for. I appreciate everybody's opinion. But I love y'all. Be safe. Make sure you register to vote. www.vote.org. Again, www.vote.org. Make sure you are registered. They're kicking people off in Texas and Georgia. So make sure you live in those states. Make sure to check your registration. And also register to vote. Simple as that. I love y'all. Have a good night. But we out. Deuces, y'all.
Kamala Harris, why is she in my DM? Huh? She stay in my DM. Oh, y'all be thinking I'm playing. I'm not playing. Kamala Harris. She in my DM, bitch.